And Mills more of a scoring point, not a big assist man by any means, Steve, but he keeps his turnovers extremely low.
Yeah, great shooter with deep range, terrific speed and quickness. You know, he puts a lot of pressure on a defense.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Yeah, absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding. They are piling up the assists.
Green with the block.
They are really getting the work done inside with their rebound.
Now, not giving up too many second chance opportunities, which is always important, and it's been one of the reasons they have the lead right now.
Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, what do you have?
Well, Kevin, Spurs coach Greg Popovich is so highly respected by his peers. Thunder coach Scott Brooks said there are 3 things you can count on: death, taxes, and Pop winning 50 games. Dallas coach Rick Carlisle called him, quote, the best coach in any sport ever and the smartest man in the history of the world. Kevin, he wasn't joking.
High praise indeed. Thank you, Doris.
The Rockets, of course, at the forefront or vanguard as far as advanced analytics go. Some in the NBA have scoffed, but hey, they're doing something right.
And Bellinelli kicks to Parker. Now the dish to Green. Once again off the mark by San Antonio. Rockets trailed by 10. It's Harden with the drive. San Antonio with the rebound. Duncan's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And as you guys know, the Rockets at the forefront technology-wise, too. You see coaches with electronic tablets.
Well, they installed flat-screen monitors in the locker room, highlighting stats and videos for players. So, you know, they're trying to close the loop and create that line of communication between the numbers crunchers and the players themselves.
And it's blocked. Parker again to Ariza. He kicks to Howard. From 11 feet away. Count that one. Howard's got it back down to single digits for the Rockets.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
I think it's time to make some adjustments defensively, Clark. I mean, what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
San Antonio calls timeout. Their last meeting was in this building where they were able to come out on top.
Yeah, and in that matchup, it was a really aggressive game. And I thought the foul trouble that resulted was really the difference in the game.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Bonner, he's checked in for Splitter. Ginobili comes in for Marco Bellinelli. And Corey Joseph subbed in for Green. .152 left in the third. Terry against Parker. Clock at 6. Here's Duncan. And it's good in the assist by Parker. And that's now 6 points for Duncan. I'd like to mention again what Steve just pointed out. Foul trouble ended up being a big factor, Clark, in what was a very tight ball game.
Well, discipline on their side, Kevin. A little recklessness on the other side. And you're right. That told the tale. So much can be said about the Spurs' dominance as a franchise. I mean, 15 straight years of winning 50 games or more during the regular season. And, you know, last year, they were at least 500 or better against every other team in the league, and they have been since 1976.
Bonner kicks to Parker. Pass to Joseph. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. It's Parker with the drive. That's good. Parker's got 7 points. And guys, think about the history of the Spurs. They didn't even come into the NBA until 1976 when they made the transition from the old ABA.
Well, you talk about a fan base that is spoiled. I mean, nearly 40 years of beating every team in the league, more than they've been beaten by those teams. So just an incredible record.
The Spurs at shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4.
Shooting for San Antonio.
Well, the Spurs clearly an influential organization in the NBA. So many individuals who've worked in San Antonio, whether it be as players, assistant coaches, or in the front office, have gone on to leadership roles on other NBA teams. I think that speaks volumes to what that group has been able to do in winning at a high level.
Smith with a wide open look. Another miss by Houston. It's Ginobili outside. San Antonio again missing. And it's the Rockets on the break. Brewers got the ball. Kicks to Terry. Shoots. Offensive rebound. Here's Howard. No good. And as we end the third quarter. Spurs leading by 12. Fourth quarter on the court for the Rockets. Beverly and Harden man the backcourt. Moniunas up there with Trevor Ariza. And it's Howard in at the center, filling out the middle. Here's Mills. Now the pass to Green. Looking to end his cold spell.
And his mechanics are just all out of whack now. He just has no feel for his shot.
Well, his numbers certainly back that fact up. I mean, he has gone ice cold here.
Well, he knew that with his height advantage over his man, it was really a good decision just to rise up and take the jump shot.
Deflects the pass. Spurs shooting from the field, 44%, not bad. Shot clock at 6. Ayers kicks to Mills. Off target with his 3. Rockets trail by 10. Here's Harden. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
That's a battle they haven't been winning today, guys. Their work on the glass has to improve.
And that's not the only thing that's gone against us.
Splitters checked in for the Spurs. The 3 from Mills. Good, and it's Diaw with the assist that time. And the Spurs lead by 13. Here's Beverly. Out to the right wing. Bellinelli for 3. And the rebound goes to the Rockets.
Boy, just by his body language, Kevin, you can tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Yeah, a little frustrated now, shaking his head after that miss.
Spurs leading by 13. Mills with it. He's picked up by Ariza. And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That's foul number 2 for him. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. And here's Mills for 3. Good. Mills has got a pair of 3s here in the fourth quarter for San Antonio.
And we've seen a few mix-ups defensively out there on the perimeter.
More than a few. I mean, the open looks they've allowed from long range have turned into a lot of points.
San Antonio calls timeout.
James Harden with those rush hour handles, whether it's breaking his man down in isolation or running the pick and roll, he keeps that thing on a string.
Rockets making a change here. Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Kevin, Greg Popovich was just going over the plan with his team. He wants to make sure they stay assertive and aggressive on the offensive end, saying, I don't want to sit on this lead. Let's build on it and not give them a chance of coming back. Guys?
Mills can't hit.
They've been able to get out to this lead without really getting a very reliable performance out of him from the field.
And Harden, a left-hander. Defenders tend to have more trouble, it seems, guys, with softballs.
Well, and especially with Harden because of how crafty he is. He's got that Manu Ginobili Euro move, the change of speed, change of direction, and then the strength. I mean, that's what separates him. He draws contact and seems to just go right through players.
And he gets it to go.
Well, this quarter has gone awfully well for him. It seems like every chance he's gotten, he's pretty much converted.
From deep three-point range.
And the rebounding numbers don't actually tell the whole story. I mean, they're barely ahead in that category, but when they've needed them, they've gotten them. They've really battled hard.
It's their work on the glass, Steve, that's prevented any kind of momentum swing.
It's going to be out of bounds. The Rockets will retain possession.
That was an awfully risky pass, guys. Lucky it didn't wind up as a steal.
Well, it nearly did wind up as a steal, but no harm done in the end. They hang on to possession.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Tim Duncan, he's checked in for Dion. Ginobili comes in for Green. And Tony Parker is subbed in for Patty Mills. It's Parker outside.
They got off to a nice start, a good start in the first half. But they've fallen off a bit here in the second half, and I'm not quite sure why. Maybe they just need to pick up the intensity a bit.
And so it's San Antonio with it, following the score by Houston. Parker, right side.
Well, one more, and that's it. He'll be DQ'd, disqualified. He's got to be able to defend without picking up that last disqualifying foul. Tony could well be the best point guard penetrator in the game. I mean, he's great at finding the seam and getting the ball up and off glass before the shot blocker can recover. And once the ball hits the glass and comes off, it's a no-touch zone for the defender.
Montejunas is checked in for Houston. Patrick Beverly comes in for Corey Brewer.
Yeah, clearly no question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the Spurs.
They had a fantastic play from the bench.
Yeah, they did. Their depth is really one of their greatest attributes.
And so looking at their number, this will be win number 22 on the year.
James Harden.
And he gets it to go.
You know, the first thought from the defense there was to protect the rim, so that's why he was open for that transition three.
That's good.
And the fans loving what's transpired here tonight. A really good victory for these guys.
Sure was. I mean, they did just what they needed to do to keep the visitors from getting any momentum going at all.
Now here's Parker. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. And this one was such a lopsided victory.
They never let up. They were full throttle from the start.
Thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll see you next time. And now, our Jordan Quick